Welcome Simmers. Today we're going to be going over the Sims 4 City Living Expansion Pack CAS items. Now this expansion pack retails for $39.99 USD. However, every few months the EA app does offer sales where you can get this pack discounted for at least 50% off. If you do decide to purchase this expansion pack, you can use a creator code. While it does not give you a discount, it is a way that you can support your favorite creators and that it does give them a small commission. Keep in mind that this pack was released in 2016. In this video, I'll be going over all the CAS items as well as showing you some styled looks, and I'll be giving you my overall thoughts on this pack. Let's get into it. We do have a new trait with this pack. It is unflirty. These Sims get tense around flirty Sims and seldom get flirty themselves. It's difficult for them to be romantic in public. We've also got a new aspiration, which is City Native. This Sim is all about the city life. We've also got a new death type, which is Death by Pufferfish. This Sim took the life in their mouth and ate a highly toxic fish. Well, that's what happens. We're starting off with the child female Sims, Janessa here. We've got a few different headwear items. We've got one with the simple plain swatches and then one that has designs on it, which is nice. The little girls do get 3 different shirts. This is kind of nice with the design that we've got there. I think it's kind of cute. I love this vest with a long sleeve shirt underneath. I love some of the designs and colors that they've got with that. I think they're kind of fun. Look at that. And then we've got a sweater with a shirt, collared shirt underneath, which I think they did a good job. This pack being 8 years old, you know, it's not going to be, I feel like it's not going to be as nice as some of the newer ones that we may have. We've got a pair of sweatpants here and then a pair of like crop pants. I like how the belt matches the bottom cuffs of the pants. I think that's cute. The little girls also do get a pair of tights. I love the little flowers on them. I just think it's weird that it's only done to the bottom portion. Now we've got the full body outfits. I think these little overalls with the shirt underneath, how some of them are patterned and some of them aren't. I think that's cute. And then we've got this hoodie sweater type deal, which I think you could put the leggings or tights underneath. I think the little details of the hearts on the elbows are adorable. I think that's a nice touch that they added. We've got a more traditional outfit here, and they've got some nice swatches of those as well. And then we've got a more traditional dress here, which is nice. I like that this pack has different cultures to it. I think that's nice. Now we're getting into the adult female Sims. We've got a few different hairstyles. I'm not really sure what's going on with those. This one is beautiful. I love the accessory that they have to it. Very beautiful. Unfortunately, you can't change the color of the accessory unless you change the color of the hair. We've got a nice pony here, and of course you can't change the color of the headband unless you change the color of the entire hair. So I'm just going through the swatches for you guys so that you can see. And then we've got a couple more hairstyles. This one's kind of nice. It's got those almost like a rope braid cornrow type. And then we've got a traditional hairstyle, which is nice. I love that they did include more cultural styles, more headwear for the women. We've got quite a bit. I love the jewel on there. And then we've got another head wrap. These are just plain swatches. So I think this one's interesting how we get plain swatches and then we get pattern swatches of this one. Oh, I guess we do get pattern swatches of the others. It's just down further. This one is cute. I like the striped item. We've got a hat, which is looking way too big for her head. This one's pretty. I love this one. I love the colors. I love the design of it. I think it's very pretty. And then we've got this one, because of course we do. Now we've got some earrings, and this is only showing on one side of the ear. I do like the different colors that we've got. I wish it would be on both ears. This one is on both ears. Now we've got a Letterman jacket, which of course I guess you would need one in city living. You'd also need one if you're going to school too, even though a lot of us in school never got one. I always thought they were so cool though. We've got a basic crop top here. I do like some of the swatches with the white underneath, and this is so beautiful. I love the designs on here. I think they did a great job with that. I just don't like how some of it looks more painted on, like this here. This is all painted on. This is from 8 years ago, so I'll be a little lax, but still, this one is gorgeous. I love this one. Absolutely beautiful. Love the swatches of it as well. This one's kind of interesting. It's almost like a see-through type top, which is interesting because you can't see the bra underneath. This shirt is more traditional. I do like some of the swatches we've got there. This crop top, I like how the llama almost feels like it's pushing out. You know what I mean? Like you can, like, the fabric would be pushing out. This is a very interesting, like a futuristic top, I feel like. And then we've got this one, kind of, I don't really like some of the swatches that we've got with this one. It just doesn't sit right with me. This one is like more like she's working at a hotel type of shirt, but I do like that we've got some business attire. And then of course a sweatshirt. Oh, I love the zipper on the side of the pocket. That is a nice touch. That is cool. And then we've got this top here. It's zip up and then it kind of ruffles out down at the bottom. This one looks more painted on, which again, I don't really care for. This top is, I don't know. It's from 8 years ago. So yeah, but the bow isn't painted on, so that's cool. I love this one. I think it's kind of a nice crop top dressed up. And then we've got this basketball jersey. Of course, the back looks a little weird. Now we've got sweatpants for the ladies. I like how the details on the back pockets are. These ones, some leather pants with snake skin, I guess we're going with. More traditional type bottom here. I like some of the swatches that they have, especially like the ombre ones. I think those are kind of fun. We've got a pair of shorts. I like the sides, how they have detail there. I like the detail on the button, how it's a different color and brings out the hem and the sides of those pants. I think that's nice. These pants are more dressy, but they're still kind of that crop. They're a little bit shorter than a full length. We've got short skirt, or a skirt as some people call, whatever you're going to call it. You should let me know down in the comments below. And then we've got these pants here that match that dress jacket that we had earlier in that dress top. Another pair of pants that is like the other one that we had earlier, but it's got the sides that are different color. Now here is the armband that we do have with City Living. It's pretty cute. Now we're going through shoes. We've got some more traditional shoes here, which I do like on the ankles. I think they're very pretty. We've got these ones here as well. And I do like the little designs that they put on them. We've got some boots. As you can see, I like the zippers on the back. I think those are kind of fun. And then the little details that they have on them. I like these more traditional. And I do like how they did the different colors. And then we've got some basic flats here with an ankle strap and some high top tennies. The swatches are all right with those. Now we're going into full body outfits. I think the cat and dog are kind of interesting, but I do think they're fun. I like this one. I like the cuts in the sleeves and how the ribbon, the sash, looks very shiny. We've got this one. This top portion of it looks more painted on, which I don't like. This dress is kind of fun. It's got unique design to it where it's kind of cut out in the top, which is kind of interesting. This is cute. I love this outfit. I think the details on it at the bottom are fun. I think it's very cohesive and matches very well. We've got a plain simple dress. I think it would be nice with some leggings or tights underneath. I love this swatch. This has to be my favorite. You see how that just shines? I think that's fun. This one's kind of cool too. I like the how everything seems to go together. It's very flowy and natural. Oh my god, this is just gorgeous. I love how they did the flowiness at the ruffles on the bottom. I think that's very nice. I like how this isn't painted on. Very well done. This is another beautiful dress that we've got, and you can see that it is see-through up at the top. Here's another dress. This could be more formal or less formal. It could go either way, and this is pretty fun too. I just wish the belt wasn't so much painted on and the straps of the dress weren't painted on, but I do think this is a fun dress as well. Then we've got more traditional dress here. I think it's very cool with the bow, how that part isn't painted on and you can actually see it comes out a little bit. This is a nice attire. I think it's good for more like a businessy kind of fun pops of color as well. We've got this one here. It's got some nice designs, and then we've got this one, which is kind of interesting with the long sleeve with the shorts, and then you can see the tie in the back, which is nice, but again, it is painted on. And then we've got a traditional dress here. I love how this isn't so much painted on. I think that they did a decent job on that. Here is another dress. It's got some simple colors to it, but look at that sharp point at the bottom. Isn't that crazy? This is more like I could see like a celebrity wearing on the red carpet or something like that, because it's just kind of a different dress. This one's kind of fun and flirty. It's just kind of simple as well. And then this one is more formal, but look at the back. We've got those buttons on then, and then I like the design of the dress. I feel like you could actually feel the design on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look like it's painted on so much. This, I think they did a good job where the sweater is kind of tucking out, where it kind of bulges a little bit. And then we've got this item here where it has the apron. Wouldn't it be cool if your sim could put on the apron by themselves, like with whatever they're wearing? And of course, you know, you got to turn into a raccoon or a bear sometimes. It just happens. I don't know why, but that happens sometimes. And then we've got this one to go with the llama head that we have. And then of course we've got our styled looks, which I'll be going through and showing you my own styled looks towards the end of this video. I think that will help a lot. I think that it gives you an idea of how you can utilize these clothing items in a way that is cohesive, or how they might be meant to put together. Now we're going over the boys' side. We've got Calvin here. And we've got the same head attire for the little boys as we do the little girls. And then we also have the same shirt as we do the little girls, except for the boys get one less shirt than the girls do. And then they've also got the same recycled pants as the feminine side of the little girls. So that's kind of a bummer. I think we needed something different. Here is the full-bodied item, which again is recycled. Now we've got styled looks for the little boy. Now we're jumping into hairstyles for the men. A couple of these are just like, what is going on? I don't know. I think those could have been better. We do have one beard type goatee, and then we do have 4 of the same items from the feminine Sims on the male Sims head attire. Again, this hat just looks way too big on them. Of course, the llama. And then we've got the exact same swatches, and they've even got a brooch or a pin on that one. Now, interestingly, the women did not get a necklace, but the men do. So that's interesting. Now we're on to the tops for the men. We've got a nice leather jacket here with a hoodie on underneath. I quite like this one. I think that one's done very nicely. This one's kind of interesting with the pockets that they did there. I like some of the swatches that they have. Here is a nice shirt. You can see some of the detailing that they have there on it. It's easier to see when I go through the other swatches. This one is more formal. Some of it is painted on, other portions of it are not. I like this one, how you can really see that the jacket is coming out versus the undershirt. We've got a sweater here. It's got some interesting designs, very cartoony, I feel like. This reminds me of like he's gonna go play flamenco music. That's what that reminds me of. This jacket, I feel like they could have done a better job on. Again, we've still got him leaning to the sides. Don't know what's up with that, but we've got a nice baseball tee here. The back of it looks like a barcode, not gonna lie. And then we've got the same basketball shirt as we do the feminine Sims. Now the male Sims looks like they're getting the same pants as the feminine Sims. We've got the same swatches for them. Now, interestingly, the men did not get the top that goes with those pants. So I don't even know why they're getting those pants. Doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it's kind of lazy that they're recycling pants for the male Sims. I mean, I could understand if they were giving us additional items to these pants, but since they're not, it's just kind of lazy. We've got the nice shoes here. I do like the swatches that those come in. I think they're nice, but again, same shoes, and the men do get stuck with less. But I think a lot of us play with more feminine Sims. Now we're on to the full body outfits. I think this is very nice. I mean, it looks a little small for him, but I do love a lot of the swatches. And we've got like a more traditional type clothing there. And then I do like that this pack did include that. I think that's nice. I like the details here. I like the colors. I think that's kind of fun. You know, we can add, you know, diversity to this. I think that's nice that they did that. We've got some simple swatches there, and just like a simple, nice dress up item. I kind of like how the sleeves, the bottom portion of the sleeves are a different color. I think that's kind of interesting and adds a little dimension to it. We've got a more traditional clothing item here. Some of the swatches are kind of interesting and kind of maybe not what you'd expect. On this jacket, it's a very, well, like almost sharp in the front, kind of like we had the others, but not quite. And again, the men get the same items as the female did, but in the male version. And of course, they need to dress like a raccoon. You always got to dress like a raccoon when you can. And then if you can't dress like a raccoon, you need to be dressing like a bear, you know, because it just makes sense. Why wouldn't you? And then if all else fails, you dress like a llama. Always. Now we're into the styled looks for the men. They don't get as many as the females do, but they do get some, and I'll be going through theirs as well. So stay tuned for that. I put together some outfits for the male Sims. Some of these kind of go together, some of them not so much. The sweatpants were kind of hard to figure out what to put with the pack, and that's what I found with some of these items, is that some of them were kind of difficult to style. Now, I still don't like the look of this jacket here. I think they could have done a little bit better on that, but this is what it is, and I don't know. I tried to see what colors kind of go with one another. A lot of these items I'm just feeling like do not match, but some I put together. I don't know why we got these pants, but we didn't get the top jacket for it. I guess you can always untick the masculine side, but when that happens, I'll show you. You see what we got going on right here? I feel like there's supposed to be a chest in there, and that's why we're getting that bump. So I don't know what's up with that. We can still dress them like that. It just, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, some of it kind of goes well together, or well-ish, but some of it does not. I mean, going back over to this one, we could, like for the gray, if we go to the gray, you see that gray is a little bit too dark, I guess. Maybe if you look at that gray and that one, but and this one's just a little too dark, so it can be kind of difficult sometimes to figure out what you can put together. But there is some versatility in some of it. Let's see, we've got the black pants, so we could try to do the yellow. You see how that's a little bit off, and that one's a little bit too bright. So it is, I guess if you zoom out far enough, you could get a different type of look. It doesn't seem like it's as noticeable that it's a different color. Again, like I said, the sweatpants were kind of hard to style, and I tried to put together with the head attire and everything to kind of give you an idea of maybe how you can put those together. It was kind of hard with the sweater and not putting everything with yellow. Again, I tried like the green on the back of the sweatpants pockets and down here kind of matches, but is it enough green to actually make it go together? Here's another outfit. This one does kind of go nicely together. I'm really trying to put stuff with those sweatpants because it's kind of hard. Again, I don't like how cropped the pants are in this pack. I think it's kind of weird that we have so many cropped pants. It's just, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you're thinking of these styled looks. And now on to the feminine side. Now for the feminine Sims, I did want to show you with some of the hairstyles, and it does this with other packs. I'm not sure if this is because of the recent update. The earrings will not show. Not sure why. Unfortunately, that's what we've got. For the feminine Sims, we've got this look here, which is okay. I mean, like I said, those sweatpants were hard to figure out. And of course, this is what that outfit looks like together. We've got this one. This one is pretty beautiful, and this top goes with a lot of things I'll show you after a bit. We've got this styled look as well. Those go nicely together. Some of them I feel like were just made for each other, and some of them were made to intertwine with other pieces as well. And then, oh, that one can be cut out. And we've got this one here. I feel like these go well together. Like the color matching on them is phenomenal. I think with some of them, it's really not that great. I mean, this was hard to come up with pants that go with it. We could even try doing red, but it was a little bit, it's just, we've got that red that doesn't really tie into it as nicely. We could try pink, but we've got that one that's a little bit pink. The yellow doesn't flow together with that. I mean, it's just like the pinks, we've got so many different pinks in here that don't quite go with one another. So I had to put those together. That's as close as I could figure out. We've got this one. I tried with the sweatpants again. This color is a little bit different from that one. And I wish we would have gotten a gray swatch of the shoes. I think that that would have been nice to have. I tried with the shorts. The shorts were kind of difficult to do with this hoodie. And I mean, this is the closest I could get. Like, I think this one looks pretty nice together, but again, the yellow right there versus the yellow here, one's brighter and one's more toned down. So that's kind of interesting. Then we've got this outfit, which I think is really nice. I think that these reds go very well together, and you can do a few different things with it. Like, you could put this red top with that as well. I think it's pretty versatile. We've got this one here, and you could even change those to white bottoms, and I think that would look nice as well. I mean, if you wanted to, you could pair it with these. That's another option. And here's the snakeskin pants. I had to. Here's another outfit. It's kind of interesting with this top. It doesn't quite go as well with these pants. It's a little bit darker, as you can see. So it is interesting to try to put together some of these pieces. This goes pretty well together. The only thing that I found is the texture is off. Like, look, it's a little bit off. Like, this is more of like a realistic texture, and this is more cartoony texture, if that makes sense. I tried with these yellow pants as well, but these ones seem to be a little lighter and don't quite go as well. I mean, it's up to you, honestly. And then of course these gray pants are too dark, but I did want you guys to get an idea. We could try pairing it with this skirt. I mean, that's something. And this is just too orange. This yellow is okay-ish. I mean, it's just some of it, like I said, is hard to figure out what is supposed to go with it exactly. And we've got this nice outfit here. I think the pants go pretty well with it. So that's one that you could do. You could also pair it with the white ones, which looks nice. Let's see, the gray. That one actually kind of goes nicely together with it as well. So there's a lot more versatility for a lot of the women's clothing versus the men's side. Now, I found something that actually kind of matches with the shorts. I thought that this was kind of cute. Yes, it's a long sleeve, but it does tie in with the pink here versus the pink on the trim and the button. And then the yellow, of course, in the long sleeve shirt, and the yellow on the shorts. I mean, they go close-ish enough together. And then, of course, this yellow headband. But again, if you wanted to change the swatch of the yellow on the headband or the hair to a different color, unfortunately, you're not going to get that yellow headband. We've got another one, basically just in a different color. I was having fun putting those together. I think they're kind of cute. And then, of course, I found that these sweatpants work pretty well with this top. I mean, the blues aren't that close together, but we do have more colors of blue in there, so it ties in okay. Now, I did want to show you that you could use a different top for these pants, at least on the female Sims side. Some tops are going to work better for you than others, but it's something to think about. I mean, that one's kind of okay-ish. I mean, we could even do this if we wanted to, you know. This shirt is a little too fancy for these pants, but it's something to think about. We could even do this, which is okay. This one looks more like it goes with it. Some of these, not so much, but it does give you a lot of versatility. Like that red even matches this red here, or seems to go together quite nicely. I mean, we could even try this one, you know, you could see that pink, the fuchsia, goes quite nicely together as well. Now, I told you guys we'd be coming back to this top. We've got these tan pants that go quite nice with it. I think it brings out the bronze there. And of course, we've got this bottom to go with it as well. I think that looks nice. You could even change the color and do that dark brown, which I think looks pretty good together as well. And then let's see, there's the white one. It brings out the white that we've got going on there. This top is really versatile. You can do the gray pants, which makes this look more gray than it does bronze. Like I said, those were the pants. We can go with a lighter tan that we've got there. Or we could do, well, this one doesn't go as well, but we do have quite a variety here. Yeah, there's these ones we didn't have. We had different ones. We had these ones on, I believe it was. So we've got those. And then we can do the white ones, which look really cute with the top as well. If you wanted to, you could even do these snake skin pants. There's this swatch as well. I tried to, some of these just don't go with it as well as I feel like these two do. And we've got this bottom here as well. The blues are a little bit different, you see? It's kind of interesting. So, I mean, we could try that. We could do this one. I mean, that brings out the bronze in the top. We could go with black, which always is looking good. Let's see, we could maybe do the gray as well. So there's a lot of versatility here. Moving on, we've got this cute outfit here. It almost seems like it goes together, but we zoom in and you can see that this top is just a little bit different than those bottoms, unfortunately. I don't know what the deal is with that. Again, this yellow is off from that yellow, and this one's gonna be way too bright. That one, it's kind of unfortunate with some of these items. I'm just not sure what we're supposed to do about it. We've got this outfit here that I tried to put together with this top here. This one is, since the pink is so faint pink, yes. It's just kind of interesting to see what you can pair together with it. I also thought maybe this skirt, because if you look on the outlines of it, it's a darker color. I thought maybe that might work together as well. We could try doing something like this. The pink on the sides is just a little bit darker, but it's fairly close. We could try this. Although this shirt, you can start to tell that it isn't as white as the pants are. We've got this outfit I tried to pair together with what I could. I mean, some of the pink swatches we've got are more of a faint pink. And this one, you see, we've got that issue again where it's just a little bit off. Same with this. I'm not sure. It drives me crazy when they do that. Here's something else you can maybe put together though. And lastly, we've got this outfit. I tried to put something together with this Letterman jacket. The orange copper goes well with this copper pant and the shoes. Because some of the items in this pack were a little bit hard to use, I went ahead and paired them with some of the base game items, and some of them go really nicely together. I mean, like those greens match perfectly. Well, almost perfectly. I think that's nice that we can use these items with a lot of the base game items. I think it really ties this kit together and gives it more versatility. However, you shouldn't necessarily have to use base game items to make the items from the City Living CAS work. I do like that there's versatility there and that they can match base game items, but I do think when they make a pack that they need to have items that go with one another. I think there's some cohesiveness to this pack, but then there's some of it that is just not very cohesive at all. I think that it was very lazy of them to put the pants for the male Sims just repeats from the feminine side. I think that that was really lazy. The same thing with the little boys. I think that there could have been some other items that they didn't need to be all the same as the little girls. I think that that's unfortunate. But for the positives of this pack, I think that It is great that they're including some diversity of cultures here. I appreciate that. I think it's unfortunate that it's behind a paywall. So that's kind of I do know that this pack is from 2016, so we'll see as we go along with some of these packs how things have changed, if they've recycled some of those items, because I think that's unfortunate. And what is going on? Why didn't the men get that top that the women did? You guys will have to let me know what you're thinking about this pack in the comments below. And if you've got it, I'll have another video going over the build buy from this pack as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.